Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to I Am I on Speaker with me, your host, Lady T, the hostess with the mostest on my grind and staying focused. Okay, we rhyming today. I like that. Um, anyway, this is the podcast that puts my special guests on speaker to tell their truth, tell their story, and share some things that you may not even know about them, honestly. Real convo, lots of laughs along the way. But I am so honored today, okay, to have this gentleman right here. So my guest for today is an actor, a playwright, my mentor, okay, acting coach extraordinaire, the one and only Mark McKinnon. Hello, Coach Mark.
Thank you. Hello, Lady T. So good to be here with you.
This is an honor. This is really an honor. I don't know. I'm speechless, sir.
No, I'm honored. I mean, I'm honored to even be asked to be on your show. You're doing some amazing things, and so to be invited to be on this show, I was like, oh, absolutely. Let's make it happen. So yeah.
See, look at this. It's the loyalty that be in the building, y'all. This is the loyalty. That's what we do here. We keep it loyal. I like it. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's start off with a game because it's basically my way of letting my listeners get to know you. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be
Okay.
quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm gonna try to get you through it as quickly as possible. It's called this or that. Okay,
No
so I'm gonna hit
problem.
you with these questions. You're gonna give me which one of the two that you really like. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man. Oh man.
Okay.
All right.
Come on, this is easy. You should be fine.
We'll
Come
see. We'll
on.
see. We'll
You
see.
got your fitted cap on. You got this. Okay. I'm gonna hit you with it. Okay. All right. So the first one: would you rather visit the past or the future?
The future.
The future. Why the future?
Future, because it's like I have so many things in my vision board and things that I want to happen. Like now, I'd rather just go ahead and see it now. The past is the past, and the past sets you up for where we are now. But the future is like it hasn't happened yet, and we're in control of what that looks like. But why not just get a little, head start and get, forwarded to the future? So that's what
Hey,
I would.
Futurama with a word there. I see you. Got a little word. Coach Mark, why you always got a deep thought? Okay. We're gonna make it through this game now.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Would you breathe underwater or fly?
Fly.
Fly in the sky.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
fly.
not scared of heights.
I'm not scared of heights. I love views. Like whenever I'm traveling, I always make sure I have the heights because I love seeing just everything. Like I think
Really?
better, I'm more creative. Even when you've been to the city of praise before, whenever I'm writing my play, trying to decide what to do, I sit all the way at the top. So they
You
think about
do.
the building, I sit at the very top. 'Cause I'm able to see everything. So if I'm able to fly, I'm great. I'm not trying to be like where I'm stuck underwater. Even if I can breathe, it's other things down there. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm good.
Who would have ever thought that? I did not think you were obsessed with heights like that. I could. Well, okay, all right. Now, would you rather have photographic memory or would you rather time travel?
That's a good one. I would say time travel because I think I already have photographic memory. So I'll say time
Oh,
travel.
hence why you're an actor,
Yeah,
right?
hey, listen, hence why. Yeah, oh yeah.
I already knew.
Remember in
I already
school
figured that
when
was
they
going
used
to be
to
it.
show the
Okay.
picture on the screen and then you would, like have to remember all the things that was there. I used to be
Mhm.
really good at that. Like
Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay. Okay. Now that leads me to my next question. Would you rather pause time or rewind?
rewind,
You
rewind,
rewind.
rewind.
I was
Yeah, rewind. If there's some certain little things you wish you like, if I did this step or I did this one little thing slightly different,
ooh, the
it would be a
outcome.
different result.
The
Yeah, different
outcome.
outcome. Absolutely. So rewind.
Okay. I kind of feel you on that. I like that. Now, do you prefer Crocs or sneakers?
Oh, sneakers. I to this day have not owned a pair of Crocs. I know that's today's trend, and I heard they're comfortable. I
Yes.
know they're comfortable, but I'm a sneaker person. I love sneakers.
I'm disappointed, sir. It's Croc Nation over here all day in
I
the
mean,
streets.
but people can even wear that at work. I'm like, I get it, they're comfortable, but it just it looks too chill for me. You know what I'm saying? Like you in a steakhouse with Crocs on. I'm like, okay, I mean,
Right.
yeah.
That's right. Them Crocs go everywhere. No matter how dirty they get. Them Crocs go everywhere,
they
okay?
do. They
Don't
do.
let me say
They
I'm
do.
gonna buy you a pair of Crocs for your birthday. You just wait.
Hey, yeah, I wear them. I wear them. I wear them. That's how I would wear. You said, would I rather have?
Okay,
I
okay.
wear
This
them.
I did. I set myself up for that. You're right. That was my fault. Okay, I'm catching myself now. All right, now would you prefer dun, 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 ooh, t-shirts or sweaters?
Sweaters. I'm a crew neck fanatic. My closet is 80% crew necks. I'm having a problem this summer because I want to wear my crew neck still, and I can't because it's been too hot. Yeah, but sweaters, hoodies, that's me all day.
All
Yes.
day? Okay. How about, are you an early bird or a night owl?
I'm an early bird. I'm an early, even though I've been having late hours because my daughter is 3 months
Right.
old this weekend. But yeah, I love getting my day started early. When I don't get certain things done before a certain time in the morning, I feel like I failed my day already. I feel like a failure. Like I have to be done with certain things by 10, 11 o'clock. If I don't,
Mm-hmm.
I'm imbalanced. I don't know what to do with my life.
Listen, I know that baby that has made you an even earlier bird. Them babies be up before Jesus. They don't
Early,
have a sense of time.
they do not. She's getting better, but oh yeah, it's definitely been a gel. I now know what everybody's talking about when they say you don't get sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't throw you off your sleep schedule. Okay.
yeah.
Now that leads me to my next question. Would you rather sleep or eat?
Unfortunately, I have to say eat because I love food. I love to eat. It's my problem right now, But yeah, I need my sleep, but I can figure it out without sleep.
Have
But
you ever ate and slept at the same time? Have you ever had a McDonald's fry in your mouth while sleeping? I have.
I've never done that. Never done
I it be that way sometimes. It be that way. Okay. Would you prefer a Friday night or a Sunday morning?
For me personally, Friday night only because Sunday morning becomes work for me, because I work at my church, on Sunday mornings I help with the services. So like Sunday mornings I'm up early to make sure services is
Oh, so
flowing
it
on.
means work for you.
Friday night is like the celebration of a busy week coming to an end. So that's my
Mhm.
night where it's date night with my wife,
Yep.
it's our time together. I try not to plan anything. We don't even plan to go to events. It's like that's our time. It's Friday night. That's our time for us, no matter what.
Oh, shout out to Kia. See, that's date. It's boot up night.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh
nice
yeah.
date on Friday
Oh
night. I like that.
Oh yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
good night. Okay, now do you sleep with sounds or silence? What do you prefer?
Oh, sounds. I've been doing that since maybe 2022. I don't know what happened before that. I was like, I need complete silence. Besides the fan, you gotta have the fan, right?
Yeah.
Um, but lately I've been doing like YouTube lives where like they're playing like the rain sound. I love the sound of rain going to sleep.
Ooh.
Sometimes I will do the relaxation music, but most times it's the sound of rain with the dark screen, and like that puts me out in like 5 minutes. Like I'm
that's
best
that's
ever.
so weird that is the thing. I'm originally from New York, so for me, it's like I like the trains running at night sound. Any kind of sound that's like it sounds like it's from the hood. I do
Mhm.
love.
I feel you. But
It gets you
sound
settled.
is yeah, but it's scientifically shown that like you sleep better when your brain doesn't have that room to kind of think and go places. That's why sometimes we need
Exactly.
sleep because our brain is thinking of all the things it couldn't do because we just go, 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 go. So when you have that
Mhm.
sound that blocks that. And I've had better sleep because of that.
See, I mean, listen, the sleep be sleeping at that point. Okay, it's good. It's better at that point.
It's better.
Don't play with us. Okay, now are you a shop online or in person type of person?
Depends. If it's products, online all day. If it's
Okay.
clothes, I got to be in person. You know what I'm saying? Because clothes
Yeah.
fit differently, unless it's from a store that I've already shopped at before. Like I know how you fit. I can shop on you online, but like if it's
Right.
something new, something I haven't tried, I would definitely do in person for sure.
That's true. Some of these stores you can't even trust when you do it online because it's like, wait a minute, the size don't match up.
It'd be a little
Mm-mm.
too small on me sometimes. I'm like, oh no,
Yes. And
yeah.
it be from all the way in Asia or somewhere. It's
Mhm.
just not. It's not giving. I don't like when they do that. Are you a cash or card type person?
Card.
Card.
Easy to track. I'm all about making sure I can come tax on everything is just
Okay, so you
easy.
tap, but you at least tap the screen right. You're
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
oh yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
hate when they say stick your card in. I get so annoyed because my chip is always messed up all the time. So let me tap.
The way my bank account and my chip is set up, it don't work when I
It
need it to.
don't work. Not at all. Not at
I
all.
like that. I like that. Okay, last but not least, do you prefer comedies or drama?
Drama. I love comedy, but if I had to choose between the two, I love a good drama. I'm a thriller fanatic. I love watching thriller series and movies. Like that's just what I do.
Ooh, okay. So you prefer the dramas. Okay, I like that. Okay. Well, you have truly failed at this game. That took way longer than it needed to, Coach Mark.
I had to break it down. You know, I had to.
No, no, you didn't. You did us dirty. You did us wrong. You're supposed to speed up the process, Coach Mark.
We need less questions. That way we can just, you know.
Hey, don't turn it around on me. I did my job, Coach Mark. Okay, don't turn it around on me. No. All good, but no, I'm so glad that you're here. Such an honor. So, I kind of want. I always start off the interview portion with talking about like how I met the person that I'm interviewing, and of course, I met you through Coach Amber, who works with you at McKinnon Acting Studio, and I used to work with her at the TV station Fox 45, and she is amazing. But then I told her one day, I was like, I really want to get into acting. I don't know where to start, girl. And she was like, oh, here's this link. I need you to sign up here. Boom, bam. That was it. I was just like, okay, well, let me go audition for this place. And it was like, ever since that, my life has changed, ever since being at your acting school. Coach Mark is the founder of McKinnon Acting Studio. And I'm so excited that you're here. So talk to me about the studio and how like you began acting school and what made you want to found it.
Absolutely. Here's the thing. I was coaching even when I didn't realize I was coaching. You know, I was just at the time I was directing this play in Prince George's County, Maryland, and it was a cast of like 30, 40 actors. But in between our rehearsals, I would be going to New York, you know, building my career, trying to make my rounds. People saw like, oh, he's on this commercial. Oh, he did this TV show. So they would always ask me, well, how'd you do this? How good agent? I'm just like, sharing information like, hey, just do this, try this, very simple. And they were getting agents. They were getting major. The first person who ever asked me for career consultation, which at the time I didn't know I was career consulting. He ended up booking literally within 2 months. He ended up booking 6 episodes on Tyler Perry, For Better or Worse. And then ended up booking a guest star role on the Cinemax series, all from advice that I had given him that led to him getting a manager and led to him getting an agent, which led to him getting on these shows. And when I saw that, I was like, wow, okay, that was pretty simple. Let me try it with this person. And then it just kept happening. And then it grew from 4 people a month to like at one point we were averaging about 125 people a week coming through our studio, just off of what they've been seeing as far as the results of actors building their career. Actors getting agents, getting managers, and people ask me all the time. They was like, "You need to take this to New York. You need to take this to Cali." I'm like, "Why? There's a lot of talent right here in our area, in Baltimore, and the DMV area, that is untapped." And that was the vision to say, "I want to bring New York and LA here to get the talent to bring us out there," because that's what happened with my career, and that's what's been happening. So we've been staying home and making sure that the talent from here is being seen. And now we have so many people on literally every single network streaming platform you can think of. They've been on these shows.
Yeah, and it's really helped because a lot of the people, like everyone's starting to make films in the DMV area now. They are literally like, okay, well, we need an actor. It's here. Thank you for making that local for us also, because it's so hard to find like an acting school in this area without it being like virtual. You know, you give us the in-person option, which is good to sit down before these coaches and actually learn one-on-one with them, you know. And you have some great, you know, coaches there too. You got Coach Jason, who literally kicked me in the behind, literally.
Good.
You really picked some good coaches, I have to say. Like, what was the goal? Like, what is the goal? What's the end game with MAS?
Wow. Yeah, the goal and the vision for McKinnon Studio to be the mecca for all things film and television. So our next goal is to be a soundstage, right? So it's not only offering classes, but when movie productions come in the set, you know, they're always trying to film in empty warehouse spaces. You know, when the House of Cards was filming in Columbia, they was in a soundstage, and they built the White House and all the offices, everything was built in the warehouse. So what if I have that not only for the major film production, but have it where it's at a place where even the local film productions who may not have the $1 million budgets, but they have smaller budgets, that they have access to. So now you're getting classes. Now there's places, because if you think about it now in our area, when people are holding casting calls, they're using churches and random spaces, and they're not doing that in LA, New York. They have places set for that. So that's what McKinnon Acting Studio is aiming to be. We're already got a team of people who's working hard to help me make this happen. You know, so we're really excited. I can't wait till we can launch it officially. But that is where we're going, is to be the place for all things film and TV.
It's definitely a great network to be a part of, honestly. So I truly understand that. Okay, now what was it kind of like? What were some the hardships you guys faced at the acting school when it came to the pandemic and the strike that of course is now over, but
Mhm.
that took up a lot of the time there. So what was that kind of like?
Yeah, the pandemic was a roller coaster for us, like both highs and lows, right? At first, it was a super low because the studio had reached its peak just success. And when it came to sales, it came to amount of students that were coming, the success, people going on these major TV shows. And that's when the pandemic happened and everything stopped because everybody was like, well, we're going to start in a little while. Remember the beginning of the big pandemic, it was supposed to be 2 weeks, then 3 weeks. The next, it's 3 months later, we're like, we still not in person yet, so it hurt the studio financially. I had to completely restructure how we even ran, before we started because it was like if we start, we have known who's coming. We didn't really have virtual set up like that yet. But once we got into about 4 or 5 months into the pandemic, I realized the only way for us to continue to help people and we started seeing casting started to cast people. I was like, we have to offer what we do virtually. So then and that problem ended up becoming a huge success because now we was able to reach more people because now people are all over the world. I can't remember if it was your class, somebody else, but we had somebody who was all we in India who was like zooming into our class to like take our classes. We have some people from Japan, but just all over the world. Even like colleagues and people say, y'all always want to come to McKinnon Studio, but y'all out there. I'm in LA, I'm in New York, but y'all in Maryland. And now they could take these classes. So next year, we was hitting those peak performance numbers again. But then, so the roller coaster was high and low, high and low. Then they hit a low again because then the industry opened back up as far as people want to be in person again. However, because classes in LA and London and all these big renowned coaches are now offering virtual, what happens is people might take your class for a month or a semester. And they're like, well, I want to go to LA now. Oh, I want to go to here now. And they can do that right in their living room. Whereas before the pandemic, you went to the acting studio based on where you were located because that's where you drove to. You had to buy a plane and a bus or something if you had to go to LA or whatever. But when it came to just classes, like now people can take it anywhere. So that was a struggle that we still to this day still try to navigate through. And I'm a firm believer that you should expand and learn from different places and different areas. I'm a working actor myself, so I get it. That's what I've done. And to this day, that's what I do. But from a business standpoint, it hurts sometimes because it's like we're not getting the same people renewing over and over and over like it was in the past. Because it's like, all right, I got what I got from Mechanic Studio. Now let me learn from this person overseas or this person in California or New York, which is good. But again, business wise, that can hurt your business.
Listen, one thing MAS is going to do is put 40 to 50 people on a Zoom and you're going to be in this class. Okay. You're going to learn today.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we love it. That was the key thing. When I hired the team of coaches, something that was big on me is that they understood the culture. The only way for you to know our culture is not just me telling you, but you experiencing it. So all the coaches that teach at the studio, they've been under my teaching at least 2 years or more. And then they also had to already have success in places like New York, LA, or Atlanta because I wanted people who's coming in to say, okay, I'm learning from somebody who's on this journey, who is doing this. So that was definitely a goal.
Oh yeah. And speaking of successes, you are a most accomplished actor, are you not? You are currently in is it Mayor of Kingstown?
Mayor of Kingstown, Paramount Plus, shout out, shout out, shout out.
But let's take it a step further. Survival of the Thickest, baby.
Man, Emmy nominated, one of the top shows. Like that was so fun to be on. I know they're about to start filming season 2 pretty soon. I didn't get that call yet. We'll see. We'll see if I get a call to come back. But no, that was a great show to be on. It was a role that I didn't even think I would even be considered for, and I ended up getting it. I was like, wow. So people who've seen it, my episode, they were like, we didn't know that side of you, Mark. We did not know that side, but
Hey, that was a whole different side of you. Okay, we saw a bunch of different sides.
Well, too many
No,
sides.
but it was great because I think what really stood out to me about Survival of the Thickest was that it was released during the actual strike, right?
Right before,
And
the day before the strike.
right. And then all of a sudden, boom, without promotions, without all the stuff that you're so accustomed to when it comes to promoting a film and or a series or anything like that. Number one on Netflix. number one. For like literally weeks. It was number one on Netflix in the top 10. And it was like a must watch for everybody. And that's a big deal for a series. So what was that like, seeing that and everybody calling you like, listen, I'm watching this, I'm home and I'm watching you right now?
I mean, it was great because, like you said, because of the strike, everyone was like forced to, watch more TV for one, because we wasn't as busy, especially if you was a union actor. But like to be a part of a show, and you felt it. Like when I was on that set, like you felt the success. There's some projects you be on, you're like, this is good, but we don't know how it's going to go. And there's some shows you be on, you're like, I think the audience is going to like that. And it confirmed when I went to the premiere. We had a premiere for the first 4 episodes, and you're watching for the first time, just like if I was in that room, and it was like, this show's actually really good. Like it's really good. So we knew when it went public that like the world was gonna love it, and to get that Emmy nomination, I think they had 7 nominations. Yeah, seven
Yeah.
nominations, which is, I'm so happy for Michelle, because what she's doing, she just made history at Radio City Music Hall, and I mean, she has a lot of great things happening in her career. So to, be able to connect with her. And fun fact, I didn't know because my scenes wasn't with her. And she randomly sent me a DM on Instagram out of nowhere. She was, and this is why the show was being edited.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, Mark, oh my God, like you were amazing. I loved your work. I'm like, oh God, I can't wait to see this now, because she literally found me on
Get
Instagram,
out.
wrote me, and I was like, yo, this is the show creator, the person who's the lead of the show, found me to tell me that I did good. I said, well, that really meant a lot. It really did.
Yeah. Does it, and did it feel like, I mean, with you still acting now, and I know you're filming and stuff, but even with Mayor Kingstown, what's it like to kind of see your work on the screen, and like you're like, okay, my acting journey has now brought me here. Like, what does that feel like? What, describe that to me.
It's an amazing feeling, especially like from Mayor of Kingstown, because Mayor of Kingstown, I'm on 5 episodes this season, so I was away filming for 3 months, almost 4 months. And it's an amazing feeling because it feels like all the work and the journey of trying to get seen and get noticed, and for these major shows to give you a shot. So to be on a show that was the number one voted show by IMDb. They shout out the show, to be in a show that like, a lot of people are saying, oh my God, it's my favorite show. I love watching it. It means a lot. So when you see yourself on there, you sometimes forget how big the show is, because you're like, I mean, it's just another job that I've done. But then you hear the results and you hear the feedback, and you're like, yo, like I'm really on this huge budget, top of the line show next to a mega star in the entertainment industry. Like it's such a amazing experience. And like, to just, I'm humbled, honestly. I never let things get to my head, so I'm always humble about like the success. But one thing it does, it makes you want even more, because now you're like, all right, I got a taste of this. I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more, so hopefully the show gets picked up for season 4, which would be great, because I would love to be back for that. So because this was my second season on the show. I did season 2, and now I'm on 3, and the character just keeps growing. So
Congrats. Congrats. How would you describe your character at American Kingstown?
got you. Yeah. So my character is Donnell Costa. He's a tech savvy of the gang that's on the show, or they call the Crips, who they use on the show. And so he's very militant, but about his business. But he's really good with technology. He's the reason why we're able to get a lot of things done, is because of his skill set. And so right now, I think we just finished episode 7 that just streamed last week. And so, no, 8. 8 just finished. So we got 2 more episodes left. 2 more episodes left. So check it out. You're gonna see me heavy in episode 9, episode 10. So check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
You really showing your versatility, because in Survival, the thing is, you a ladies man, and then there at Kingstown, you a gang member that's tech savvy, that's basically doing an internship. I mean, you are.
But it's
really are
amazing.
showing the versatility, and tell us why that's important to be, as an actor and an actress. We need to be versatile in these roles we're picking.
Here's the thing, we need to, but the industry a lot of times don't let you. Like the first couple of years of my career, and this is actually what I teach: use what you got to get what you want. I was only saw as the law enforcement, just a good, loving guy, because that's how I am in real life. I'm just a good, loving, nice guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you go through life experiences, and things kind of alter your mood a little bit, alter like how you go about life. And I think that life change and kind of like just different things that I started doing differently in my career, it naturally changed my marketing. and then naturally let the industry see me in a different way. So first it was Mayor Kingstown that came about, and that shocked everybody. Like, what, Mark, a gang member? Like, I couldn't even buy a street role if I wanted to, even though I can act it. The industry wasn't calling me in for it. And then all of a sudden, I'm on Mayor of Kingstown as a gang member. And then Survival of the Thickest, that was definitely, I remember that was one of those auditions that when I saw the breakdown for what it was, I was like, I mean, I'm not going to get this. I mean, let me just go ahead. Why not? I'm not going to get it. Let's just have fun. And then that's the one you get. I remember my manager called me. He's like, you got the role. I was like, I got that one. Oh, all right. Let's get in the gym. Let's get in the gym. Let's go.
He was like, I gotta get in the gym. I gotta prepare myself.
I gotta prepare myself, but nah, it was a blessing just to be on this side of just the industry and to be able to show that range. Even when my
Yeah.
reel goes out now, people are able to see a wide range of all that I can do.
Yes, and it is amazing. It's good to see you in so many different aspects and play these different roles. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun being like, oh, I know you. Like, oh,
Mhm.
that's not how he acts at the acting school. Like, it's really fun for us. I think as your students just watching you, you're kind of growing. Hopefully, that doesn't sound condescending, but it's like you're
No, no, no,
growing.
no, no.
You know, it's fun to see. It is really. But also you have you're a man of many talents, of course. Can we talk about you writing plays? Because everybody keeps asking me about you writing these plays because it's like, okay, yes, you're an actor, you're multi-talented, but the fact that you were like, okay, well, I'm already a triple threat. Let me throw this on here too. So you write plays. I got to star in one, which was an honor. Thank you so much, my good
Of
sir.
course, we gotta bring you back. Christmas coming up. We gotta bring you back. Bring you back.
Hey, let's do it. I'm down. And I'm just so impressed by you because when it comes to you writing the plays, right? Okay, so I feel like the play is one way, and then you tell us to put our personality in it. And I think that's so funny because it's like, who else would really tell you to do that? No other playwright would tell you to like, you really tell us to make it, make it our own. And I
Mhm.
have to say, it took me a week to come out of character from being that evil villain of the seven deadly sins.
Mhm.
And but you wrote that, you did that, Coach
Thank
Mark. What is
you.
it like being a playwright?
Honestly, here's a fun fact. I don't know if it's a good fact, but I do not like writing. I don't like it. I really don't.
Well,
It
could have
was
fooled
something,
me.
that my church, one, because I come from a theater background. I got a BFA from Howard University, HU all day. But my church found out with that background, it's like we have a vision. We want to do these plays, and like we would love for you to write it. And I kept procrastinating for years, year after year. They kept saying, when we gonna get some, and I kept pushing it back. But what inspired me to really get it going, this was back in 2018. This is when Hamilton was like the biggest show in the world, and tickets was like $600, to even sit in the nosebleed. And uh,
Yeah.
I was blessed with the opportunity where some of the cast members was in town, because they was doing a show at the Kennedy Center in DC, and they needed to do an audition tape. And guess who they called? They called McKinnon Acting Studio. Hey, we're in town. We heard about the studio. So the cast members come, and I'm taping them, and of course they asked, "Well, have you seen Hamilton yet?" And I'm like, not at that price. No, I have not. I would love to, but I haven't. They was like, well, look, we can hook you up with orchestra seats. We give you 2 tickets at a super really good discounted rate. Like, it was crazy the amount that I was able to get those tickets for. And so that's when I saw it, and I was so inspired by that. I was like, our church community, we could use something like this. Why can't we tell a biblical story with this hip hop twist and element to it, and the movement and the way they were doing things? And so that's what got me writing right away. And I wrote that script in 3 weeks, and I loved it and I hated that process. I loved it because when you locked in, you locked in.
Hmm.
I hated that process because I was so locked in that everything else around me was falling to the wayside, because I
Yeah.
was just so locked in the story. To write a whole script like that, in 3 weeks was just insane. You finish, you're sitting there like, whoa. But at the same time, that was like the skeleton of the script, which is why I say, you know what? If we have people add their personalities to it, two things happen. Number one, you fulfill the vision of the role. But secondly, it keeps the show fresh every year. We use the same two scripts every year. In order for it to stay fresh, it's different personality. That's why we can go see Lion King year after year after year. It's
Mm-hmm.
a fresh experience every time. Same script, but it's fresh because it's a different actor, different style that's being done. So that's why I push for people. No, bring yourself to the role because that's what's making the show new. There's somebody who did your role before, completely different than what you brought to it. So it's all about who's in the role and what you bring to us. So that's kind of what it done. That's why I say I'm done writing. The church has their two shows. Let that keep going. Until I get called to do something different. But like if someone was to say, "Hey, Mark, I want to hire you to write," I probably would decline it. Honestly, 'cause I do not like it. I don't like it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I feel like we need more of it because at this point it's Tyler Perry has taken the reins on that and he's doing his version of it, which is the soul and the R&B. He likes to incorporate that, but it's really a good feeling to kind of have the hip hop version of that
Mhm.
for churches where you see, Ephraim. I'm sorry, I'm such a fan of Ephraim.
I am too. I am too. Yeah.
That man can memorize some lines. Okay.
And just his stage presence, his command, the talent, his skill set, like he has it all like that. He's the epitome of what it means to be like a leading like man, in the show. Like he really is.
It's amazing. It's so good to see him because he carries it on. He's like he's got it. He's got it. He's like I'm gonna run away with it, and he always excels in it. So it's good to see him. It's great to see. I love Coach Amber's role, the
Mhm.
woman with the issue of blood. I just feel like she's always. I don't know. Just to see that woman crawl on the floor like that, it breaks my heart every single time. But it's
Absolutely.
these parts, that you put in there, and they've made it their own, and they're taking it to the next level. I feel like you need to keep going with the playwriting because I know you hate it now. I didn't know you hated it. Oh my goodness.
I hate it. People have asked me to direct, and here's the honest truth is because of the film and TV demand, a lot of times it's hard for me to commit to a theater schedule. When you're doing theater, you're in rehearsals throughout that time, day after day, for weeks on out. And a lot of time because at one moment I can be in New York, like I'm in New York right now. I can be in New York one minute, I can be in LA next minute, I can be back. And so it's hard for me to commit to a theater schedule, per se. So that's why a lot of times I kind of help everybody out by saying, no, but here's a high recommendation for it, But shout out to my church who, trusted me with the task of producing their plays and writing their plays, because it's like I am able to use that talent and use that gift to bless so many people and to change so many lives through the craft. So
Ooh, I love that. Okay, now we got to get to the most important part of this interview, and that is where is the baby? Because
where is the baby? Oh man, the
she's
baby.
a celebrity. That's the real celebrity here. Where's the baby?
Yeah, she already got her head. She got her headshots already. She in the family business now. She is ready, but no, she's growing extremely well. My wife and I, we love her so much. She's already talking. Like she said a couple of words already at 2 months. She was already speaking, which is insane. Matter of fact, her first day of being on this earth, she was very alert. That's why people were shocked when they saw her newborn pictures and she's looking right at the camera. There's something about her that shows like she has high intelligence, high awareness already. That is just like really good to see, So we're just gonna keep loving on her. And shout out to you. You was the MC for our baby shower. Super, super clutch. Was amazing. Held it down. But yeah, I can't wait till you get to hug her and see her, because yeah, she definitely is a blessing. And everyone who's came around her has just already said how much joy they get just from being around her. And that's what her name means. Her name means joy. Yeah.
Oh wait, what is her name?
I'm Milan. Milan McKinnon. Yeah.
I do want to hug her. Well, I like babies until they start talking, so I don't really know. I
We'll
am
see.
her moss godmommy, so I need to come hug up on my baby.
Absolutely. Yeah. All day. All day.
She's so cute. And of course, I know Kia is getting her rest, so that's amazing too.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, she really is. And she's spending a lot of time, a lot more time than me, of course, because she's definitely home spending time with her. But you can tell like this, it's just to see her light up and to see no matter how tired she is or how much sleep she's not getting, it's like all her energy goes to Milan. You could tell she
Mhm.
really wants her, like she really cares for her, and I love that for her. I love that for us.
Look at it, Coach Mark, you a dad now.
I'm a
Like
whole
it.
dad. I'm a whole dad. I'm a whole dad. I feel like I've been a big brother to so many people. Some people have said father figure. I'm like, don't say father figure. Now I sound old. But now that I'm actually a dad, it's like, it's like, wow, like, it's been a long time coming, and I'm just grateful, for God blessing us with Milan.
Right. Oh my gosh. Did you ever think your life would be like this at this point in time?
I haven't, again, if I was 5 years ago, I would not have seen this, like where I am today. So that's why I'm grateful for God for what He's doing, what He's restored, and just the doors that He's opening, not only for me but my entire family. So
Mhm.
many things happening for Kia, so many things already happening for Milan. So it's just like I'm just really blessed for that.
Yep. Milana's enrolling in classes next.
You
Okay.
already, you already know. She already know. She's about to say lights, camera, action already. She
I
gonna.
know. Put her in Coach Jason's class first,
Nah, I
though.
don't know about that. No, I don't know
That's
about
gonna be
that
the
yet.
real
That's,
test
that's
of
too
child
that's too rough for
support.
her. That's too rough for her. Now I don't think she's ready for that.
See how you go?
Nah,
You
no.
tortured us,
I
but
think
you were okay. Don't put
she's a
Milana.
different. Too early, too soon.
You ain't right. You ain't right, Coach Mark. You ain't right. Okay, well, tell me, what advice do you have for any other actors, people like writers, uh, people who want to write play? What advice do you have? It can be anybody at this point. What advice do you have for the people? What can you give us that'll keep us motivated? Because sometimes it's a little hard in this entertainment industry to keep
It is.
forward. What advice do you have?
The advice I want to say to artists of any art that you do, honestly, is to live a balanced life. I get it that growing up in a craft, you're taught like you gotta give 1,010%, and you gotta be hardcore about this, put all your eggs in it. But the truth is, if your life is struggling or suffering, it affects your art. I remember when I was that starving artist and I was just thirsty for whatever I can get. I'm just staying busy just to feel like I'm busy, but my family life was struggling, or I wasn't taking care of my health, or financially things were just crumbling. But when I finally figured out science behind time management, number one, but then making sure that my life is balanced financially, I'm spending time with my family, I'm doing things outside of the craft of acting. Acting started skyrocketing. It's crazy how it happens. So that's my advice to artists: is make sure you're taking care of your health. Make sure you financially are stable, but also making sure that you are doing things that's outside of the craft, because those skill set, those experience actually elevate your craft of acting.
Oh, I love that, Coach Mark. Coach Mark, you always got a word in a fitted cap. You always got a fitted cap and got a word.
I was a fitting. Matter of fact, when I was at Howard, they roasted me. That my senior roast when I was at Howard was me wearing a hat like all the time. I used to be a Yankee fitted hat all the time.
Oh,
Like,
are you originally from New York?
yeah, I am. Yep, yep.
Oh, that
Yep.
makes sense now. Wait,
Mhm.
what part of New York?
East New York, Brooklyn. Yep.
Hey, BK.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm from Queens, so
okay. I did not know that. Why I didn't know that? Okay.
Mhm. I don't know why we totally missed that, but I did. I remember at your baby shower. I think Kia is from. Are
So,
they from around here
Syracuse.
too?
She's from Syracuse, Central New York.
Oh, Central New York. Okay,
Mhm.
so both two New Yorkers that fell in love. I tell you,
Yeah, absolutely. In the DMV area, right?
in the DMV.
Right.
Why do we do this to ourselves? I love it. Oh, no. Okay. Now, lastly, you can ask me any question you want. This is, since we
Mhm.
have like a minute or two, it's a Q&A. You can ask me any question you want, Coach Mark. Just anything, whatever you think of.
What is your biggest fear when it comes to your acting career?
Oh my goodness. Why you had to coming in hot? What is my biggest fear when it comes to my acting career? Um, that I won't be successful, that they won't like my personality, which is it's so big. My biggest fear is that they won't like me, like, for me, but then also they'll put me in a box that I don't want to be in. And my other big fear is like I'm fearful of being not successful. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's
And
I
I
want to
get
be a
it.
successful actor, but I'm fearful of it.
Here's my advice to you and to anybody
Mhm.
who's having any fears with their career. Honestly, is whatever you fear, that's the direction you're supposed to go. And the reason that is because imagine like the top motivational speakers. Whenever you hear them talk about their beginning, they used to say, "What? I was afraid to get in front of people. I was afraid because maybe I had a speech impediment, right? Or there's a world-renowned speaker who was like they was afraid to fly. But how can a person be fulfilled if they're not getting on a plane to go to all these places? You know, and so fear on the other side of your fear is your breakthrough, right? So the thing is, you talk about are they gonna like my personality? The thing is, doesn't matter if they like it or not. This is who you are. You're forcing them to like it, you know.
Mhm.
So that's what you got to go in when you go with your acting career. And you know me, I'm a huge advocate for saying no, be who you are. And when you watch TV, we see that all the time. So that's my advice to you, any artist. If you have a fear, go
Mhm.
put your helmet on and just attack that direction.
That's right. Put that Yankee fitted on and
Yeah.
attack it. What's your favorite monologue that you've ever done? Like, what's your favorite phrase,
Ooh.
favorite monologue?
I would honestly have to say the role of Corey from Fences. That has done a lot for my career. That actually got me my first agent because I did this talent show at Howard. And mind you, this talent show against all these rappers, singers, spoken word, all this good stuff. And I did a scene from Fences, and that got me, you know what I'm saying, an agent in New York because one of the panelists was an agent. Also, it got me in when I was in the theater world. That was my audition that I used. I would do Corey from Fences. That was my go to monologue. So that's what I always loved to do.
Okay, give me a snippet. I gotta hear. I gotta hear the Coach Mark version of this. Give me
I
a
don't
snippet,
remember.
Coach
It's been
Mark.
long. I haven't done a monologue in like 10 years, but I Lord,
I know.
I can tell you what it's about. I can't remember.
Now you can't remember the lines, Coach Mark. What are you doing?
It's been so long since I did a monologue from there. No, but it's the scene where, Troy, the father, he was kind of getting jealous that his son was starting to get interest from the school and like him going to play baseball. And so he made Corey get off the team and all that good stuff. So Corey's coming home one day and the dad sitting on the steps drunk, you know. So he's seeing his father face to face. And for the first time, he's standing up to his father. He's saying what he feels and what the father has done, you know what I'm saying? And he's looking him in the eye. And I was like, I love that monologue because, you know, my father wasn't in my life. And I can imagine if I did had a chance to like see him face to face, it would go something like that, you know. So there's uh, just pain and hurt, but also this I'm a man now. I'm gonna stand up for what I love to do. You know, like I love that monologue. You know, so it's really good. And if you haven't seen Fences, please go see it. It's great,
Mhm.
amazing, amazing play.
What's scary? It's so funny you said that. God rest my mother's soul. That was one of her favorite movies,
Wow, wow.
and she loved that scene.
Mhm.
So that was so. It gave me chills just now when you said that because I was like, "There's no way he would even know that." But my mom loved that movie.
Yeah, I remember.
Powerful.
And one, I'm so sorry for the loss. Praying for you and your family. Um, I remember one time I was at Howard and I was rehearsing a scene because me and another actor, mind you, this actor now, he's killing the game right now. Mike James Shaw. But he and I were doing that scene. We was practicing we was doing a scene showcase, and that's the scene we were doing. We was in the bottom of Crampton Auditorium on Howard's campus.
Mhm.
And we going at it. We're going in. Oh, next thing we know, we look up campus police are running down there, like a whole team of them ready to like take action because they thought we were really going at it. They didn't know we were acting. It was hard to find rehearsal space, and that's what we rehearsed at. And that's how just intense that scene was. That's just how like raw we were, when we did the scene. It was like it was so believable to the point that the campus police had to intervene.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's an intense scene though, because I think he at one point he was about to punch his dad and he threw something. So it really is an intense for those who haven't seen it.
Mhm.
It was a really intense scene. Like it's a father son matchup.
Absolutely.
I could see why I could actually see you doing that scene. That actually makes sense. I
I,
could
I
see.
might, I might gotta blow the dust off of it and go pull it back out one day. We'll see. Maybe do some monologue days at the studio just to get people back in that mindset because that is just kind of a skill that you should have. And the thing is, the reason why we haven't really done it because in the film and TV world, most TV and film auditions they don't actually prepare a monologue. They give you sides from the script or whatever. So
They
that's
give
one
the
reason why we
side.
haven't done monologue. But I think as an actor, actors should have a monologue in their repertoire for two reasons. One, you're not going to always have a scene partner. Secondly, your movie scripts will have monologues. And so if you don't know how to do a monologue in general, it's not about just auditioning, it's just the skill set and art of monologue. So you just gave me my idea for the second half of the classes that we're running right now. I think we're going to introduce monologues back into it.
Ooh, that would be dope because I know you always say keep a monologue in your back pocket, but you taught us a lot of good stuff, and this is why y'all got to go to MAS, because he taught us how to memorize the script in like 10 minutes, probably less. Um, and you literally taught us how to basically the facial expressions. That I don't know why these little parts they stick with me, but it's the facial expressions part that that really stuck with me. That memorizing the script in 10 minutes. He was like, "This is how y'all gonna book it, and you are gonna book it when y'all have to." I gotta book
that. Absolutely.
Y'all gotta book that first. Okay. Well, this is perfect. Well, thank you so much, Coach Mark, for letting me put you on speaker. Can you plug your social media handle so everybody can follow you for more about the acting school and more about just you and your projects and everything it is that you're doing?
Absolutely. You can follow me personally at the Mark McKinnon. That's McKinnon. Also, you can follow our studio page at McKinnon Acting Studio. So that's our social media.
Hey, okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, all right, and you guys, thank you guys. Coach Mark, thank you for letting me put you on speaker. You are amazing. Thank you so much. The humility. Oh God, I love it. And then kiss that beautiful baby for us as well. Thank you for letting me be a part of the Moss family, and thank you for giving me a family as well from Moss family, because I love my like the people I've taken these classes with. They've become my family. So
I know y'all be hanging out. Y'all don't be inviting me. Y'all be hanging out.
We do, and you keep on us. We invite you and
Coach. I just be busy.
We're gonna get you out. We're gonna get you.
That was a part of the vision for the studio, though. It's not just what you're doing when you come to class. What are you doing outside of class? And so that y'all set the tone for that. That was a part of the vision for like building your family outside of that. So yeah.
And you just keep on adding to the family. It's literally constantly every single couple months. You literally keep adding to the family. But you'll see me back. I can't wait. I'm going to come and brush up on my skills, of course. So you'll see me back, Coach Mark.
You're home away from home. Come through.
Yes, of course. I got to see my family. So thank you so much for letting me put you on speaker. Don't forget, you guys, you can catch Am I on Speaker on Amazon, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, and of course you'll see this on YouTube. So be sure to follow me at My Fair Lady T, and thank you guys so much. I'll see you later, Coach Mark. You the bomb, baby.
Thank you.
Thank you.